let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, you were leaving a little bit of money on the table by not going after large commercial repaints? Well, I'm here to tell you that you're right. If you're working in residential, you know it's your bread and butter, but it's a pain in the keister sometimes. You have to do tons of estimates, ride all over town. When one of them finally closes, often it is very small. The homeowner nitpicks you to death, and it doesn't matter how big or small it is, you've still got to order the paint, you've still got to put it on the schedule, and sometimes if they're small jobs, you've got to break crews up, put them back together. They're demanding. At the end of the day, it never seems to add up to that much money. And you'd much rather just put your crews on some big, huge project and let them sit there for weeks at a time to work for facilities managers, maintenance managers, plant managers, and others who appreciate what you do and have reasonable expectations. It would make life so much easier, wouldn't it? And you don't have to wait forever to be paid like you do in new construction. There's no GC in there messing up everything. You don't have other trades screwing up your work. And there's no constant callbacks. There's no hurry up and wait. You, a big building, and a very predictable painting schedule. And often they'll let you take draws if you don't have financing or cash reserves. It's simple. So if commercial repaints are really abundant, because drive around, they're everywhere, and if they're better than almost any other category of painting, tell me this. Why aren't people doing them? Why aren't they a larger piece of your business? Well, if you'd like to discover how to get them and exactly why they're worth so much, I'd like to invite you to join us for our Advanced Commercial Repaint Boot Camp. It's coming up very soon, and we're going to cover 5 things, all right? The first thing is we're going to talk about how to lead generate in this market. It's completely different than residential, completely different than new construction. This is one of the biggest reasons people never get into the business is they don't know how to get started. We're going to teach you how to lead generate. The second thing we're going to do is teach you how to sell them. You have to be able to sell them with a unique message and a very proven process if you're going to get them to let you do $100,000 worth of work, $25,000 worth of work at their facility, right? They have to know you're the guy. You're not going to give them any trouble. Number 3, we're going to talk about how to keep the relationships you get through a systematic process, not you remembering to get on the phone, not you having to go take them out to golf all the time, but a systematic way to keep them in the fold so that other people can't come take that big lucrative contract away from you. Number 4, we're going to talk about how to re-engage the people that didn't respond in step number 1. Guess what? They're not making any new, huge 40,000 plus square foot buildings in your area, are they? At least they're not coming up like daisies. So we've got a limited pool to play in here. We can't just take one bite at the apple. This is a systematic approach if you're going to grow larger and larger commercial repaints in your portfolio, right? And then finally, 5, we're going to teach you how to niche. If you really want to make a lot of money, you have to be perceived as an uber specialist. Not just that you specialize in commercial repaints. That's good. It's a good place to start. But if you're like me, one of the big things that allowed me to grow my $1 million painting business, sell it for $440,000 in a still struggling economy in less than 5 years, was specializing in tank yards, was specializing in private schools, was specializing in colleges, and specializing in Class A office space through my relationships that I developed in BOMA, and lots of other ways. So, if you want to learn how I have taught people to generate millions and millions of dollars in commercial repaint sales, then please join us for our Advanced Commercial Repaint Boot Camp. Why am I doing this? Because you've asked, you've called, you've emailed, you've badgered. And I've not ever done this before. I may never do this again. So if you want to tap into the secrets of what I've discovered in my business and what I've used to help hundreds of other painting contractors leverage in theirs, I'd recommend that you clear your calendar, click the button below, and join us. It's going to be eye-opening. It's going to be fun. I look forward to seeing you at the Advanced Commercial Repaint Boot Camp very soon. Don't leave this money on the table. Put it in the bank. See you soon.